Nightmare shark. Nightmare shark. Nightmare shark. Nightmare shark.
Now you'll never get that song out of your head. Nightmare shark.
I got nothing. It's all I can come up with right off the top of my head. Peeps, welcome back. Lego Therapy, Lego Light is on. We are live-ish in the Lego Lounge. What are we doing? We are continuing on with the Nightmare Shark ship. Set number 71469. 1,389 beautiful Lego pieces. And I'm stoked. Peeps, what is the dad joke of the day? Let's find out. I was in the other room earlier. My daughter said she's heading out for the day. She said, "I'll call you later." I said, "You can just call me Dad." I should have looked ahead of time. I could have made it better in my head, but I didn't. That's my bad. Wah wah. You know, they don't all win. All right, let's get these guys out of here. Move these to the side. I'm definitely going to have to take a pause somewhere in the middle, but it'll be nothing to you guys. I'll just splice it all together. But it is getting close to time to make dinner, so I'm so pumped right now. This build has been going so fun. I just really want to get some more built, see where we're at, and yeah, keep this shark in the ocean. Or in the nightmare realm. Just lose myself sometimes, y'all. Woo! Peeps. It's been, I know everybody doesn't watch football, especially American football. But it's been an interesting football season so far. Georgia Bulldogs keep winning, but like by the skin of our teeth. I always say that. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how people like me say we as if I have anything to do with the team winning or losing? Oh my goodness. Look at this sword. This is a sword. That is crazy. What character is this supposed to go to? That is wild. I love that. That is so awesome. I just got totally sidetracked. Sidetrack. Anywho, maybe that needs to be my next t-shirt. Sidetrack crown. I guess I already have the crown. Do I need a t-shirt? Crown kind of says it all. I'm so gone. Football. Back. Football. Yeah, Georgia Bulldogs have been making me nervous every week. My Georgia Bulldogs. That's funny. Again, we say the weirdest things as people. Just take ownership of things that we don't even own. This needs to go on. I'm all over the place. What was I talking about? Football. Georgia Bulldogs. They're killing me. They keep barely winning, but they're winning. So a W is a W. Now, at the end of the day, if they keep barely winning, it's probably going to catch up at some point, which worries me. But, and that's 3 stud shooters. That's 4 stud shooters. It just sorted out. Oh gosh, this crown is so necessary right now. My brain. I am all over the place. And I already built today. You know, I guess that break was just enough to break my brain. Georgia Bulldogs Still winning. They're scaring me. But you know who's not winning? New Orleans Saints. New Orleans, I need y'all to get it together. Y'all are making me very, very sad. Ever since Drew Brees retired, that began the beginning of the end for them. I don't want to say it's the end, but the beginning of the downward trend with them. And then the next year, Sean Payton, the head coach, he retired. And that really put a hurting on the team. But you know, guys, people come and go. But you know who doesn't go? Me! I'm still a fan. I still want to see some wins. And I'd love to see a Super Bowl win in my lifetime. I realize that the Saints have already won a Super Bowl, but I wasn't an actual football fan at that time. I had not really committed. I had, started watching, but I wasn't like I think it was just kind of learning the whole football thing at that point in my life. You know, I was really starting to catch on to what this whole thing is about, and I didn't get to see it. I didn't get to enjoy the awesomeness that is a Super Bowl win. So Saints, please have mercy on a youngish. So I put the ish on there. A youngish MC who just wants to see. I guess I'm not a youngish. I'm medium-ish. I'm a medium-ish MC. I just want to see y'all win a Super Bowl at least once. Just once, please. Please help a brother out. Peeps, let's just build. right, peeps. Let's have a look. This is technically version 2. But if you go by the show, this is actually version 1. So it's kind of funny the way they did these builds. But this is the original. What showed up in the show was the land shark, if you will, the land shark ship. Right? Got these big old honking wheels. Got some blasters that they can go all over. They're on a ball joint. And if you look, you got the little floaty eyeballs inside of the cannons. Oh man. And then this is a little side build. Big flappy wings. Eyeball man. Everything in the Nightmare Kingdom has the eye of the Nightmare King himself, aka the Eye of Sauron. No, man, it looks really, really cool, and I almost wish I had a second one of these so I could build both versions, but I don't. So I'm going to. I need to go get some dinner, so I'm going to take a quick break. But man, look how great this rolls. These off-road tires are fantastic. Wow. Hear that? Listen to that. The shark is talking. I mean, he gets some... You can't go too fast because these tires are chunky, but man, you got your little turrets on the side. People can man the turrets. We'll go over everything in full at the end, but I just wanted to give a quick look at what it looks like when you're in version 1 in the land shark mode. That's gonna be my new name for it. And now I'm gonna tear it apart. And oh, okay. I was like, did it not work? Man, show me. Oh. Okay, well, I got to figure out what caused that, because all I did was activate the little thing. The whole head popped off. Oh, it just came off of here. Not a huge deal. This is fixable. It's all right, because I got to do some disassembly anyway. But I will get this back together. We will be right. Let the Lego light go out again. We will be right back. Time to disassemble. Number 5 alive! No disassemble! Time to disassemble. Peeps, we are officially done this time. Done building. Man, what an amazing build. I am so happy with the outcome. Both versions were great, by the way. The off-road version, the land shark, if you will, and the space shark or air shark, whatever you want to call this guy, also really fantastic. So I'm just gonna go top camera for a little bit, give you guys the full gambit. Oh, my little Little bad guys are falling off their perch. So, here you go. Starting at the front. Got the movable head. You got the grapple hook that we talked about earlier, and you can retract it with the little dial on the side. It's got some wings. It's got, both sides are identical, obviously, so I'm not going to spin it all around, but you got the little engines on the side that rotate. Got flames coming out. We got not Snivel. What's his name? Snivel's the one on the other side. I always forget these guys' names. Snivel and Susan. That's right. Snivel and Susan as our minifigs there. Susan. Snivel's on the other side. You guys have seen all these characters before. Nothing new. One thing that is kind of funny, you know, even though you got the captain's deck up here where he's supposed to drive the thing, because of his cape, Nightmare King will not fit in his captain's chair, so I'd have to take his cape off if I wanted to really post him here, but he can go anywhere on the ship, I guess. It's just kind of funny. That's where you would think the captain goes. Got these beautiful wings up here, wings on the side. The tail that's fully posable, and again, the end here rotates around on a ball joint. Let's see what else is going on. We already mentioned 2 stud shooters, well, 2 double stud shooters on each side, right? And I keep knocking Susan off because of her big old wings. And again, these little mini characters, even though they're technically, I call them minifigs. I know they're technically not minifigs, but I love them. But they don't stay on super well because they only are held on with 1 stud. We got our little below deck where we got our little prisoner minifig down there. And I will point out one thing. This is kind of going to be my review as well. I'm not going to do a full, long, drawn-out view. This will just be a little bit longer video. It is difficult for my hand to fit in here. However, I was able to get her in there because the ribs on the side are on opposable little joint here, and so I was able to use my hands from the top and from the side with the ribs lifted up to be able to get her in there. So just something to point out. It is a little bit challenging for me to fit my hands in there, but it is not impossible. I just had to work around it. I mean, again, you got your oh man, why am I, English is hard, peeps. What is this called? It's not a steering wheel, but anyways, it's the steering wheel. What else is going on here? I mean, I love the colors. By the way, I took a couple notes while I was building because I wanted to remember some things to talk about. That's my dinner recipe, not my notes. What happened to my notes? Did I lose them? Oh my goodness, I'll be so sad if I lost my notes. I wrote some notes. Okay, yeah. So that's one of the things I was thinking about as I was building. I was like, man, I really love the sorting process. Was so easy because there's so many different colors going on. So it makes it really easy for your eyes to attract to the different colors. And it made the sorting process so fast. And then the other note that I wrote down was I did think this rope should have been like a plastic chain of some sort. I'm sure Lego has something along those lines. I have not looked into it, but it's a chain in the show, but not a huge deal. Very, very, very minor. So minor that I shouldn't have even mentioned it, honestly. What else? I mean, we already talked about it. The head, if you rotate the little knob here, the head does the rah, rah, rah. I mean, God, I love it. And then you can take this whole captain's deck off. That slides off, and that shows you a little, knocking the characters off again. There's a little hidden mystery here there's this little, I was saying earlier, I wonder what this is for. There's this little key lock here. Boom, you push that and the treasure chest comes out and you got your little gold bars. I guess they were right, the people that said they were gold bars. I said they were chunks of wood, but in this case, the Lego has definitely said these are gold bars because they put them in a chest and then they hit them underneath the deck. I mean, that is so clever. I love that. And it's just a little, it really wasn't much that made that happen. It was just a little 3-hole Technic bar, right? And then it was on another, I think it was on a Technic pin, if I remember. It's been a few hours since I built that part now, but it just sits loose in there. And then on the other end was a little piece. God, I wish I had paid attention now because I didn't know what it was going to do. But on the other end of this little button, there was a little knob, and it just presses down on the other side of the little 3-hole Technic bar, and then bam. So once you push your treasure chest in there, it pushes up the little button, and when you push the button, it shoves up the chest. So freaking cool. Love that function. And then kind of showed you guys earlier, but oh, this was kind of neat too. In this version, the eyeball isn't a little monster on the side. It covers up the captain's deck, but it's not even attached in there. These 2 little claws that are hanging here just slide down. This bad boy pops out, so he could just float around and get bad people, or good people, I guess. Bad people from their opinion. Then the captain's deck opens up completely. It's on hinges. You can see they've got some extra pistols in here and a big old, what is this? Big old rifle type situation going on here. And then the Night King has stolen one of their power glasses, and he's kidnapped Bunshu Bunny away from Izzy. Oh no, give us back Bunshu Bunny. Oh my gosh. This is such a fantastic set. And I was a little frustrated with it earlier, but I realized I just didn't have, I thought I hadn't put something together correctly, but it turns out I just hadn't smashed all the bricks down nice and tight. Because this just sits on an axle here, and then it just a couple studs up front is where it rests in the front. Of course, now I can't do it again, making myself look, there it goes. But bam, it just clips right back in there. And then, no, I pulled off a whole thing. And the eyeball just sits back in there loosely. Take these 2 little claws, slide them down, and then bam, the eyeball is back in its all-seeing position. There's so many great little details. There's all these little handcuffs all over the place that add some detailing to the boat. We got lanterns all over. There's eyeballs everywhere. There's eyeballs inside of the engines here. Gosh, what a great build. There's claws everywhere, or fangs, or whatever you want to tell. Even these wings are on ball joints, so they rotate around. You got your bigger lantern out here on the front, attached to what I looked at and thought was a sword, and I guess it probably is a sword and maybe a Ninjago or something, but it is acting as the the front ornament, or whatever you call it, on a pirate ship, and it's also holding a giant lantern. Only a few stickers on this set, nothing too crazy, but of course, just to make it fun, every one of the stickers pretty much was on a rounded surface, so extra hard to put on instead of a flat surface. But again, only a couple stickers, nothing too wild. It was quite easy-ish to put them all on. Ah, man, even here, look at, there's little claws coming off the side here. I'm blown away. Absolutely. I knew this was going to be a great set. I knew this was going to be a great set. Just looking. I shouldn't say I knew. I really had high hopes this was going to be a great set, and I was right. I was absolutely right. Man, so much going on, and what beautiful set. And there we go. I mean, nose to tail, I think we measured it earlier, but now with the sword on the front, it's even longer. I mean, you're looking at, I can't tell exactly, but between 24 and 25 inches. Now I'm going to say it's closer to 25 inches long. Let's see if I can get it a little bit closer. Now that's 25 inches tip to tip. Now, obviously, you can pose the tail if you want and make it a little shorter if you need to save some space on a shelf or something. But yeah, man, this is so good. So playable. I don't know about the swooshability. This is a big boy. This is a big girl. Whatever. It was Mr. Sharky Jaws, so I guess Mr. Sharky Jaws turned into the Nightmare Shark Ship, so it must be a boy. So let's find out. Can we swoosh the Nightmare Shark Ship? Totally swooshable. Ramp test, I wouldn't even put it to the test. Maybe if I still had the wheels on. If we swapped it over to the wheel, to the land shark, if you will. Throw the wheels on and do it. I would be really scared if I had even if I had a big enough ramp, which I don't. I don't have any ramp, but I would be terrified that it would fall and just bust into a million pieces. Look at even these little curly cues going around the front. The one thing I thought was kind of odd, they had you put these studs on the side pieces here, and then nothing got put on there. I don't know. I thought there was going to be something to cover up those studs. Maybe it's just to give it some texture. I have no idea. Boy, Susan, you are not manning your post very well. You are very awful at standing on this turret. I'm gonna glue you on permanently. Just kidding. I will not glue her. It. I don't know what Susan is. Susan is a nightmare, so I guess maybe they don't have genders. But Susan just keeps falling off the turret. I mean, I'm gonna say, first of all, I had a ton of fun building this. Both versions, the land shark and the air shark, both super fun. Obviously, the majority of the ship was just the ship, and then the last two bags was the difference. So, man, so fun. Playability, I would say high playability here. There's so many little things you can do. You take off the mast or the captain's deck and play with that. You got your character underneath. You got your little hidden treasure chest. So much posability. The grapple hook on the front, the moving head, all the moving wings, the moving end. I mean, this blew my mind. The way they set these up. When it first showed me to put the rims together like that, I was like, how's that going to work? Boy, they fit perfectly. You got your wheel here. God, why can't I remember what the heck the wheel is called on a dang pirate ship? That's the other thing. I was thinking about this. I was like, this is really, really piratey, but also really dreamsy. You're getting like the best of both worlds in this set. It's so good. It is so good. And I guess if you really wanted to, you could take the sword off and somebody could fight with the little mini, the masked sword. Oh my gosh. There's so much to do with this set. It is absolutely phenomenal. So playable. On point. On point. Minifigs. Thought we got good minifigs. The only thing I thought would have been better, I realized that the Nightmare King does ultimately own the ship. And later in the show, he does show up and take over the ship. However, Nightmare, the Night Hunter is the first person that shows up. He steals Mr. Sharky Jaws from Izzy and turns it into this ship. Kind of felt like two things were missing. Night Hunter and a little mini... So we got the Bunchu Bunny, which, yeah, she carries around Bunchu Bunny here and there. But actually, if I remember correctly, I'd have to go back and watch season 1. But I think she didn't really start carrying Bunchu Bunny in the in the dream world until Sharky Jaws got stolen and turned into this ship. So I kind of would have liked to have seen a mini Sharky Jaws. And that could have been what was in the captain's deck. So a little bit of loss there, but not a huge deal. I think that would have improved it just a little bit more. Had the Nightmare or the Night Hunter in this set, as well as Mr. Sharky Jaws, and then maybe just a small. And I know this is asking a lot because it's such a large set already. Maybe just a small side build. I mean, I'm talking something really, really small, like this. You know, you got Zoe on her little bird. You know, something small. Could have been like 30 pieces or 20 pieces. Something just minor to give for Mateo and Izzy to come up and battle the night Nightmare Shark ship. Goodness gracious, English is hard, peeps. But again, these are such minor things that are just now kind of popping in my head as I'm reviewing and thinking. But yeah, value. Again, these sets, for whatever reason, did not hold value, did not increase in value, except for this one. This is the one set out of every single set that I bought so far. And there's 5 new ones that I have not bought yet. I'm waiting, because if it holds up the way these have held up, they'll drop in price. I don't know why. For me, I got my money's worth, even at MSRP. Let's see what the MSRP on the Nightmare Shark Ship was. Nightmare Shark Ship was $140. So let's just do some quick math. Well, it actually comes out to about 10 cents a piece, which, considering that was 2 years ago, when this set dropped originally, that was a little bit high at that time. So maybe that's got something to do with why these sets didn't hold up over time, because people felt they were priced too high. I don't know. To say that it's a retired set and I paid the same price that it originally came out for, I'm so happy with it. I'm so incredibly happy with what I got. I didn't pay over MSRP. I didn't, I don't feel like I got ripped off. I feel like I got exactly what I paid for. An amazing set, so much fun, looks phenomenal in both forms. I mean, come on, look at these engines. They're so beefy and awesome, and the eyes inside, I don't even remember the eyes inside from the show. It's very possible they were there, but again, it's been a little while since I watched season 1, so I just keep wanting to play with it. It's so playable. Can't wait to show my daughter when she comes to visit. Be like, the Nightmare Shark Ship's gonna get you in your dreams. And look, all these extra pieces too, you can throw in your collection and do whatever, or like me, I'm gonna throw them in a Ziploc bag, label them with the set number, and throw them in my bucket down there for if I ever decide I want to reconfigure to land shark mode. And then we can go that route. Man, peeps, I love it. Oh, that's the other cool part. So in the directions, I meant to bring this up too. In the directions, it shows you like, hey, if you do choose to reassemble in the other format, it shows you what to strip off. Now, it doesn't literally show you pull this off, but it shows the shark back to its base before you added on the modifications. So that's nice because I was able to sit there and just look at it and go, okay, yep, I need to pull all this stuff off. And then do the whole disassemble. And I don't know if anybody caught it, but I didn't fully disassemble everything. Like the little green claws here, I was like, I have a feeling they're going right back into those hooks, so I'm going to leave them in there. In fact, a couple things I disassembled, and then I had to reassemble exactly the way it was, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but certain things I had a pretty strong feeling they were going to go back exactly the way they were, like the claws. I was like, I'm not going to waste my time pulling every single little claw out just to put them all back in. But for the most part, we disassembled everything. Look at even the wings move around. I guess you can treat them like sails. That's essentially what they're supposed to be because this is a ship. I can't stop talking, but peeps, it's been a long day. I started this, I don't even know what time, this morning, and it's now 7:30 at night. 7:30 at night. English. Obviously with some breaks in there, lunch, dinner, and cooking dinner, and all that stuff. But yeah, I put some hours in, and I only recorded 2 episodes, so this might be a 50 to 100x on the speed portions, just to move along, especially on the disassemble. But man, I'm absolutely blown away. I'm more than happy with what I got. I'm ecstatic. I can't wait till you guys see this. So phenomenal. So phenomenal. It's hard to even show you guys in the upper camera because it's so big, which kind of scares me when it comes to when I build Mordor. Not Mordor. Barad-dûr. All of Mordor shall bow before... That's the wrong bad guy. But you know what? We'll roll with it.
All of the nightmare realm shall bow to me.
Peace. If you enjoyed this, please do all the things. I will see you guys on the next one. I don't know what I'm doing next. I got some pretty cool stuff in the mail today, and I'm looking forward to doing the reveals on those. So stick around. Actually, the ironic part is the reveals on those sets will probably come out before this episode drops. But you know what? This is the magic of movie making or YouTube making or whatever.